What up, yo? Trying to get Jay up here. I should say Jason Declue. Wearing my custom life hat. If y'all don't know Angie and Frank, then check them on out. They do t-shirts and hats and go to all the car shows with Grinder TV. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Big Matt? So yeah, they do a lot of talking about the hat, custom life. They're a vlog company out at the car show scenes. And how are Ashley and Big Matt? How was your day, Ashley? Jay, you in here? It says we got 3 people. Hey. Dude, not cool. I love you, Mimis. You can't. What the hell? Crazy cat. You want your seat, huh? Come here, kid. Come here. I hope this looks decent. Whatever. That'll work. Come on. Get up here. Trying to get him to jump up on the stand. Well, heck. I was hoping Jay was going to come up, Jason, so. It's crazy. But I guess technical difficulties. Says that StreamYards and YouTube don't. Facebook pages don't get along. StreamYard and Facebook pages. That I'd have to add him, and I don't have it set up like that. Big Matt, if you know how to do that, you can gladly help me out. Heck, Jay, if Jason Declue's in chat, then I guess we could do it that way. Have me ask you him, and you can answer him from chat if you want to do it like that, which would be kind of weird because of the delay. But hopefully having both of them. Nope. No way. I don't do Facebook. It's a good way to get shut down. So, how's everybody tonight? The picture is a Def Bonce. The thumbnail pictures from Def Bonce. It's I think it's the 3518. I don't even think it's the biggest ones, but whatever. I was hoping to have him come up, but come into the chat and I'll just ask you the questions and to answer them there, I guess. Crazy shit. Trying to mingle two communities. So, Big Matt, even though this isn't or Ash, either one of you, since I got the two of you in here, might as well just go like this, and I'll just re-edit it afterwards. Jay's gonna come in on chat. Yeah, there's the panels. How's your guys' days? What up, Jay? How's Mr. Audio Life? Come on, slow computer. All right, Jason Declue is in the house. Unfortunately, we had a hard time. Nice, Ash. Thank you for being in here. I appreciate that, Ashley. So we're going to do the first Q&A through we're keeping our 6 foot distance. So I'll just go on from here asking your questions and read them off. And Jason's saying what's up to Jay and to Ashley, Big Matt, and anybody else that comes in. So you ready for this, Jason? It's all good. What music got you into bass? There's no way to add. Yep. Heck, I'm running the 2715s. So yeah, question one, if you can hear me, brother. Question one's what music got you into bass? Ah, sweet.
Yeah.
What up?
Finally.
Yeah.
That's all right, bro. I kept your audience waiting. What's been going on, man?
Not much.
I see you got a Death Bounce seeker in that area. Hey, that's actually the Death Bounce 3515s. You are correct about one thing. It is a 3515. So you are right on that one. Hold on. I'm going to go get my keys real fast. Hold on. Be right back.
Sweet.
Okay. So what's up, man? What's been going on? I see you. I see even mine's more Death Bounce.
Yeah.
Isn't that every day?
Well, I had one major part holding me back.
I mean, yes, it's a recone.
And no, what's sad is I went and I looked at the please don't curse me on that one yet, because I haven't fired up the V2 yet after I did my first recon. So
It's all right, dude. You know what I'm afraid of? Because like I have like 45 18s, and then I have another set of 45 18s, but one is R and one is the regular version 2s. So if I
yeah.
blow one, I'm kind of messed because like where am I going to get recons at? Because no one has any. Like everybody is completely out of recons.
Huh. Because I was looking at the recon for for at least the speakers that I run, and they've got them in stock, thank God. But the one thing that scared me the most is I was like, maybe 115 isn't enough for the truck, and the super sports are something you want to hold on to as antiques.
No, definitely. Those super sports are very hard to get to.
You can't get them anymore, is what Vlad said, and everybody else said.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he told me too.
So it's baskets, but then with the V2, I've only got one, and it's gonna end up being basket. Or I need to go find something that's not a sport V2.
Right.
Not sold out.
Can you see that, or can you not see that?
Oh yeah.
You see that? Okay, you see that one? I see that one. And then we'll kind of open this up to show everybody what's in it right now. But what's going to go in it is a lot more. You got 2 of the G50s, setting at 15.5 volts, I think it was. Yeah, we're setting at 15.5 on these batteries. We'll have 2 more on this side. I haven't figured out where we're gonna put them at yet, but I mean, yeah, we got on this side. This side, we got 6 rungs of detonator up on top, bottom, everywhere, pretty much over here. It's pretty much done over here. There's just we got to do this little sanding and grinding on the top. Plus, my doors aren't as strong as yours, Jeff. And then we got under here. Where'd you go?
What?
Oh, your little mini thing. Is over there. So then you got 3 250s with a PCM to 16 volts system. So it's gonna be pretty nasty when it's done. It's just still got a lot of work to do to it.
Yeah. Well,
We
that's
got
the thing.
but like a voltmeter. You can turn the voltmeter on actually and let you guys see it. Because it's just kind of hooked up ghettoish right now. Don't mind it. It's the guy that hooked it up before me, not me. But you just take this little wire and pinch it over here on this side. Should read the voltage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right now it's at like it's at 15.1 right now.
Nice.
That's with the truck not started though.
Yeah.
That's
But
pretty good sitting on your 15.1 on 2 batteries, just 2 batteries.
Yeah.
There's not even, and they're all not even here yet.
Dude, that's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a full. This one will be a full steel cage. This one's gonna have 2 30-15s in it. It's got a big Death Bounce logo. Of course, you should knew that. I wonder. Somebody asked me that question. They said, "Who buys more Death Bounce, you or Jeff?" I said, "I think we're tied." I said, "I don't know, man. He buys a lot of the low line stuff, and I buy a lot of the high line stuff. But you know, in car audio, I don't think
Hey,
any kind of hate."
I could say this, bro. Everybody would hate it if I would have went and bought the 10-inch or the 10-inch because I know more about 10s than 12s.
Mm-hmm.
But if I think honestly, if I would have went and bought like 8 or 10 10s of the light series, the little 300 to 500 watt, dude,
Oh yeah, dude,
everybody would be mad as hell.
all of us. See, you need to get me. You need to get a sticker like this one of mine now. I'll be giving them. I'll be giving them out as soon as I get everything moved out of here. I'm trying to concentrate on still moving. You know how that's been like a.
Oh yeah.
I think I was supposed to move in the end of March, right? And I'm over here paying my ass all our bills and stuff just to get in. I'm like, oh man, really? But you know, a lot of people have asked if this truck still starts. It starts. It starts. It needs oil in it, but it does start. Like you can see I'll show you the dashboard.
Yeah, that looks sick, bro.
I know, dude. Right now the double dim's out because we're gonna pull it because it's just a 7-inch. We got a 1057. It still sounds good though. 6.0. Like, and this is my other Death Bounce truck. This is my 07. This one doesn't sound as like that one because that one's running on 3 alternators. This one's got 1 alternator on it.
Nice.
Right there, people be like, "Damn, what the hell is he doing? Showing his cars off?" That's probably what people will be saying right now. So this one right now, the cluster's broke on it, but you can see the difference. I mean, it's definitely a lot. They're both clean vehicles though. One's an 07, one's an 03. One's going to be for hauling. A lot of people ask me, "Hey man, why do you want to build a steel cage, dude? Your truck's going to be super heavy."
Oh, bro.
I mean, you have no idea, dude. I mean, you have no idea what you're putting yourself. You're putting yourself at 20 hertz or 19 hertz. You're going to tear panels up. I don't care who you are. You're going to tear them up.
Yeah, well,
And you know,
yeah, because there used to be extra cab windows there.
I think we all have broke something, dude. I mean, like, if you haven't, you're not a true basehead.
Yeah, well, what's sad is with the truck, I was thinking
Oh, I'll tell you what I did with like
those two super sports on 4K.
you remember that song Alone? I think it's called Alone, Marshall or whatever it is. Oh, check this out. People are always like, "Hey man, you didn't have no bass in here. How can you tear shit up?" But that's why I had the flat wall in here or in the forest. I originally tore this panel apart, this one, and then people was always like, "Hey dude, how'd you do that? How'd you break that?" Man, I don't know, man. I just started fucking sending it, dude. It broke.
Yeah, they don't like those.
So like this one's got detonator on the floor. This one right here's got these broke. You see they're broke. So I'm gonna get taped. I think Daniel's gonna build a metal dash or something like that, or steel.
Yeah,
You
cage
got
dad.
those stickers. You got those stickers, don't you?
Yep.
And you, he sends me them all the time. I'm just like, all right, man. I'm just gonna start putting them on there and saying, oh, what the fuck, man? Everybody's gonna be like, oh, man, got Death Bounce on there, dude.
I
Now,
don't
a lot of people have asked me like that $100 question. Like, I know you're fixing to ask me that same thing. Hey, man, why'd you switch from Ampery to Death Bounce? And plain and simple, we needed more power. The TFEs were great amps. They were phenomenal amps, and they got down, but nothing compared to the other ones. So since we're on a Death Bounce channel, I think it's only fair that we show this amp. I haven't showed very many people this one because it's been packed away and it's been in the mix. This is the brand new 4 channel that Alfred just brought out. I mean, if you look at this thing, man, it's not heavy, but it's durable. When I mean durable, I mean like, set this up here. Look at this thing, man. This is a 200.4. Dude, this thing will run 8 speakers and they're clean.
Yeah.
When I mean clean, I mean like, you know how you get most amps like the AP amps, for instance? They're good amps, but they have a lot of distortion in them. That's what Vladimir told me. Because I was like, well, I was gonna buy the AP amps. I said, no, I'd stay with the AK lines because they're better. And he said they're more easier to run than the other ones. This one came from your buddy Jonathan Price, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one came from Jonathan Price. I think it was like 4 or 5. I don't remember. They're going up in price. I mean, they switch the price like every other week. So, man, it's like, shit, dude. Like, really? And, like, all the Death Bounce stuff is pretty much over here, but it's all pretty much packed. Like there's like 10 8s right there. I think 10 or 12. I lost count. They got the big 8K, got the OGOs, got the 180s. It's been hectic, and there's a lot more coming. So people that are probably going to be asking on this stream is like, man, where's Jason? Where's all Jason's subs at? They're just not here yet. They're here, but they're not here. They're not here for reasons. The reasons they're not here because we don't want to be carrying them up these steps, A, and B, we're waiting until we get a new address to ship them, so they'll be a lot cheaper. Number 2.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go down to Indiana and pick the other 2 up. See, like I said, we got 4 R's and we got 2 of the regular Death Bounce subs, which are both of them are phenomenal subs. Like, if you want to question me about a sub, I think the best sub that Death Bounce has ever made would be the SSA 3 and the SSA 4. Top of the line, greatest coils out there probably. Until they decide, oh, we're gonna build a 4518, which I like the 4518s, but people don't understand. If you're gonna play with those subs, you need a lot of power. You are not gonna push them with a 5K. I've seen one guy. Matter of fact, just today, he goes, "Well, I got an 8K tramp amp or whatever it was," and he goes, "Is that gonna do for 4 of them?" And I'm thinking, I
No.
wanted to laugh, I wanted to cry, but at the same point, dude, there's no way you can push that. There's no way. You know that.
Yep. One
Per
do
coil.
one on 8K.
Hold on, I'll take that. I'll be right back.
That is the one thing.
Is there anybody else on there? Can you see comments at all?
Nah, it says there is actually nobody here right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, once you post it, I guarantee you there'll be somebody there.
Oh yeah.
See, you got a Death Bound shirt in the background too.
Oh, I got
my fiance actually loves that shirt, dude. Yeah, I was just talking to that guy today. Matter of fact, I was just talking to Ivan like 30 minutes before your stream. Ivan was texting me. We were talking about Jonathan Price's vehicle. You know,
Dude,
a lot of people hate on Jonathan Price. I don't, because I think he's a great competitor. I think he's great for car audio. I think a lot of people could learn a lot of things from Jonathan Price. Sure,
I honestly,
you had him on the show. That's why I was asking.
One of my favorite things that Jonathan showed me on a personal level was the mirror.
The mirror as far as the one in the middle or the one in the other?
Nah. In your house, to have your homage mirror, you know, to reflect on.
Really?
Your mirror of reflection.
You know, a lot of people hate on that guy, though.
Dude, going from paying child support and posting those payments up there when they were getting paid, dude, to the day that, hey, it's paid off, you don't owe anymore. Now when I look at that mirror, bro, instead of seeing this number disappear, and I've got an actual court document that says, you did your deed, bro. You're a good dad. You did your shit, you know. Cool.
Right.
You know, and to see that every morning, it's kind of like, yeah, I did that. I can keep doing this, you know.
I think a lot of people don't understand, but when you buy a $50,000 or $40,000 vehicle out there, it's going to take some time to pay off. I mean, you know, it's not like you got 40K in your pocket and you saved it up and said, now, don't get me wrong. Jonathan Price has plenty of money. I mean, no doubt. And then, like I said, I will not talk bad about that guy because he's earned everything he's done. He has. He's earned it. I mean, like, it was a small shop out of Mississippi, I think.
Garage. Or out of a shed.
A shed there, yep.
After his house got too full and mom and dad got mad, it went to a shed.
I know his mom and dad got mad and stuff, and he's like, "Man, really, dude?" I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, you know, and I kind of laughed because I've mentioned it, you know, that if no budget was an option, I'm sure there'd be a lot more crazier builds. But when budget becomes an option, you know, because even you mentioned it earlier today. I do have the Machete Sport V2D2 that I was playing with, and Vlad himself told me, do not play this thing low.
Certainly, Vlad.
I said, Vlad, I plan on playing it at 9 hertz, bro. And he's like, you're going to do what? I said, I'm tuning one side down to 9 hertz. And
he probably looked at you like, you're crazy, dude. That's what he said. You know, I told him I was going to play it like 10 hertz. And he looked at me. At first, he looked at me and he's like, oh, what's up? a 3015. He goes, don't do it. And now Ryan, Lithium, or I think I forgot what Ryan's last name is, but he's got 615, 3015s, nice build, really nice build, all out, sixth order. I think he's got three 6Ks at .5. It's not really a meter vehicle. It's more of a demo vehicle. See, that's another thing I want to touch base with people that are in here. I mean, they like the
Well,
meter.
we're gonna get to that one. We're gonna
Definitely,
get to that question because that is
definitely. Because
one
like
of the
I get
stuff.
that question all the time. Like everybody texts me at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning and asks me, well, "Hey, Jason, you're doing 618s. Hey, man, why aren't you putting it on the meter?" Oh, well, bro, it's kind of like this. I had a flat wall, and I metered at a 61.3 on 4 subs. Okay, and on two TFEs, I think they were at a .7 or .8. I don't remember what they were wired down to, but they were loud, but they didn't demo. The flat wall originally sucks for demoing. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're building. The flat wall is not made at all for a demo vehicle. Now you want to get technical, like boxes like yours, Daniel Powell, uh, any of
Even
the
that
people that
one.
have built that sixth order out there. I mean, I know you have seen Daniel Powell's build with those 8.8 815s in it. It's got that really brown look on it. It's Charles's truck. It's been up there for a long time, but let me tell you, that thing is going to be brutal. I had 20Ks at one time, and then he went to 30Ks, and I'm like, you don't need 30Ks, bro. Not for those subs.
See, and I got the two Super Sports when they were originally 209 each because a
They even
sub.
have those anymore? I don't think I
No,
don't. I was gonna say
no,
I
they
haven't
don't
seen
even
them.
have the Sport V2 anymore.
I was gonna say I don't think they do. The last
I
time
can get I can get a Recone or two, but I can't get another basket if I want to do two.
I like what you say that. Get a recon or two.
Well, yeah, because if you get one Recone, you're gonna want a third, and a fourth just for backup.
Right.
You know,
You're afraid it's gonna blow up or whatever. A lot
no,
of people that blow subs up, they
it's
they clip
it
the
is.
shit out of it.
Hey, honestly, what happened with that one was not watching the song and letting the X Max and X Mech go to outlandish points because there was no back pressure for it.
You had
What's
Jonathan
going on,
Price on
Fish
here.
to Fish?
Didn't
Yeah.
you have Jonathan Price on here not too long ago? Didn't you?
Yep. And Hayden Price too.
I didn't
Yeah.
see him, but I did see Jonathan Price's video on
Yeah.
there. And you had Jason yesterday. He's a good guy. I like Jason.
Jason, actually, we were just doing a live chat, just a bullshit session. Haven't even done his Q&A yet.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I told him some stuff too. Yeah, but he's one of them. Not everybody is a how do I say this? Not everybody out there has to go spend $10,000 on the system. I think I think budget builds are some of the best out there. Like I'm good with a guy that has just 212. I have respect for anybody out there, and I don't care who you are, because like I was going to finals. I think it was back in Missouri back then, but I was going to finals. I didn't have no subs. Now remember, I had no subs, no box, no amp, no nothing. So this shop local down to me, he goes, "Hey, well, I got these kicker speakers, and I got this Memphis 300.2. Let's just stick it in for shits and grins." Dude, it did like a 42.7. I was so surprised. I remember there's no tuning, no nothing. We just kind of just threw it in. We didn't have no subs. We didn't. It was ghetto, dude. It was definitely, man. It was like people were always asking me, like, "Dude, how'd you do it 47 on two freaking kickers and fucking Memphis amp?" And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, I don't know, man. I just kind of stuck it in there and said, "Dang, I'm gonna go with it." I didn't know speakers. I didn't really have a choice. because Memphis didn't have nothing in stock, and they were out. That's another good brand that a lot of people don't talk about out there anymore. Is Memphis Color Audio? Man, they set some good records back then. The Memphis Mojos, the M3s. Man, you could go on. Now, do I like the ones that are out there now? No. Be honest with you, I like the orange ones better. The HPOs were good.
Yep.
There's a guy that still got an HPO in his closet. He told me, and he goes, man, this thing's awesome. He said, I just don't want to get rid of it because I don't have no recones. They they bought 8 of them out of a Astro van or whatever, I think.
Yeah.
And somebody was trying to sell me. You remember Timmy Johnson, black guy, the one that passed away? They were trying to sell me his red van yesterday. It started. I was okay with it, but then Chad goes, "Yeah, you got to drive all the way down here to get it." I ain't driving that far to get no van, dude. You better have one logo, and I would buy it. But I think a lot of people get car audio twisted, and they like to hate on people. And I'm like one of the most hated people out there because of Dan Current. We'll get to that situation because I want people on YouTube and Facebook to understand what happened before they start judging a book by cover. Me and Dan were
those people that want to come in here and do stuff like that, they ain't gonna last long, especially when my enforcer's in here.
Who's your enforcer?
My moderator, dude. I took a guy that I've been friends with for a while that's not into car audio or anything else. He loves music, but for saying that I don't want anybody to brand bash. I don't want nobody hating on each other, or you're going to deal with him kicking your ass out of the stream and everything, or even blocking your ass from the channel.
Right.
And the nice thing is nobody can say anything like, oh, this dude did this to me in the lanes, so there's animosity. No, my boy don't do that. The reason why we got people like Sunfish for Fish in here and stuff is the same reason. These are my fishing family, and doing outdoor stuff.
Oh shit, man! You gotta love fishing, bro. That's one thing. Definitely. I love the fish,
You were
bro.
showing me some nice fish, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. There's on some there's a lake down here, actually, Mississippi. Man, dude, they got catfishes anywhere from, I was just telling Daniel the same thing, 71 to probably 130-pound catfish, dude.
I was saying, bro, if you started filming some of that stuff, dude,
dude, I know.
You could seriously have a huge following and stuff. There's
yeah, dude. There's actually a thing. I forgot what the name of it is. It's not a tournament. It's just that you pay like $100. You go out to the lake with them, and man, they get big fish down there. I was really surprised when I seen those big fish come out of the water. I was like, what the fuck is that thing? And then he goes, dude, that's the biggest catfish around Missouri. And I'm like, really? And he put it on the scale. That's what really got me. I was like, you telling me that fish is 130 pounds? And he goes, I'm not lying, bro. This fish is 130 pounds. And I'm like, dude, that's a big fish. Like Daniel Howe caught in 7 and 8 pounder, and he goes, he seen that big old catfish. He's like, I ain't never seen it on that big, bro. Where'd you get that thing at? He said that'd be like 3 days worth of food. Now there has been some other guys like some guys out of Missouri from Lake of the Ozarks actually that caught the record holding bass and record holding catfish. I have not caught the record catfish. It's close, but the record is like 180. I think it's like 180 or 210 pounds. It's like that's a big fish, bro. Because like you live in California, right?
Yeah, so our big catfish, if you can find one, would probably come out of Lake Shasta.
I heard of that one.
or one of the three. I'd say one of the 4 lakes around here, but I'm not sure really if Clear Lake has catfish. But I know they got bass. They're known for their bass, or used to. But Black Butte, if they haven't drained the lake all the way, dude, there's some big catfish in there.
There
But
is
Shasta and Oroville,
there's like
there's
18 or no 65 lakes in Missouri. It's called Bush Wildlife. Man, I've been to a lot of them, and let me tell you, I was like, man, the first time I went to one lake, and I was like, man, 4 pound 1 pound catfish. That's it. That's all they got here. So then I went down to the other lake, and I'm like, well, man, they got like, man, I was catching like 30-pound catfish and bass left and right. But at nighttime is the best time to fish.
yeah.
I personally like to fish at nighttime because
I was happy hanging out with these guys because I get to try a bait when I go fishing that nobody out here uses, and that's strawberry chicken.
your face go away again.
Yeah,
I figured it did. The little Nimmy thing went. The little Nimmy thing's on there. That's cool. I like that.
yeah. That dude's here. Blow him up. Let's see. It's on this one.
He said, "Let's blow him up." He got a little banana. Oh, dude, that was good.
Yeah, he's
So are you?
from
Did they let you on Team Death Bounce or not? They haven't really like.
From what I've heard, yeah.
What I've heard is I'm on there, but there ain't no equipment to give me. So they're kind of like, well, we'll just kind of, we're just gonna kind of leave him in the route, and they're waiting on my system to get built. I think that's another thing.
See, and I'm there since I'm all the way out here by myself, basically. I mean, the closest person, even though you go to his website and look at his shop, he doesn't sell. Yeah, Sunfish said there's some big fish also over in Kansas and North Oklahoma too.
Oh yes, definitely. Kansas definitely has a lot of big fish down there. I do a lot of catfishing and bass fishing when I can. I mean,
Yeah.
with my schedule Monday through Thursday, it's hard, and Saturday and Sunday with my woman, here, so it's kind of hard to get to do fishing sometimes. And like I tell people, like people ask me like this question all the time, like, Jason, who's building your truck? Who's building your truck? You're gonna find out very soon. You know who it is. Everybody else knows who it is. I mean, like I support them.
If they pay attention.
If they pay attention, they already know who it is. You know who it is. I already know. Everybody else should know because I use his name quite rarely. Like we're really good friends. Like he, like the reason I picked Jakar to build my box and my wall is because, how do I say it? There's a lot of good builders out there, and there is. But Jakar has something that a lot of them other ones don't have. And if you look at their building and you look at them, you're like, man, did they really build that thing? I mean, it's a tank, dude. I mean, like, first thing you're thinking, that's a steel cage. No, it's not. He's got guys doing 168 with a no cage. That's insane for a number.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know there's guys out there that can do 80s, but who wants to do points as so much as, like you said, we'll get to that question, because that is a serious question that I think that we need to talk about, because a lot of people don't understand between demoing and SPL.
Well, the original idea was going to be SPL for the truck.
Right.
I figured start out at 4,000 watts on those 215s, knowing that at a little over, what was it, 8 cubes, you could put a lot more power to those 215s and raise their numbers up quite a bit.
I mean, they always told me, Vladdy, Dennis, Ivan, they've always told me that all the DB subs are underrated. Every single one of them. The 2503s, the 3015s, the 35 R's are definitely underrated. You probably could put 8,000 a sub on. Now, I don't know if you could put 8,000 a sub, but they'll take a
Well,
few stuff. I don't know. The 45s, yeah, because that's 4-inch coil. But you think about it, the 35s are 3.5-inch coil, so you probably could do an 8K per sub.
well, remember what they did to those super sports, the M15 Machete Super
It's
Sports.
so hard to get recones from anything now.
Victor, though,
Avatars,
but watching
Avatar's
Victor
another one
himself,
that's really
yeah, Avatar finally came in, but Victor himself did the 20K
Mhm.
on a huge competition bank of those yellow top lithiums.
I've been
They
wanting to know about those, or how good are they, or how are they? Because like I don't know. I was iffy about it too. I thought about maybe trying them one day, but I have the Gorillas and I like the LTOs and more safer to me.
see, and I decided from going from AGM to try out lithium.
Lithium is great, but like I tell people this, and I'll tell it, and people can listen to it the right way. It has to be safely ran.
Yeah, well, I figure if our buddy is running them in the wind,
Right. Oh yeah,
then
now he's got those are all LTO cells now. Ivan,
that's what I did.
I would stick with LTO. I would not go with LIFO or whatever the heck it is, but
Yep.
I would not touch that C-Max battery
I
because
followed right in his footsteps and went out and got a 240 amp hour bank for starters.
sweet. And the cells are not that bad. I mean, like
No,
XX Power has the LTO.
that's the ones I went with. The
See,
40 amp.
I probably would have done an LTO bank if I didn't have the Gorillas. If I didn't decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy 2 more Gorillas and spend another $3,000, then I would say, oh well, I would go ahead and build me a bank for 400 amp hours or whatever. But those Gorillas are good for 30,000 watts. I mean, easily. Hey, like I said, lithium comes with a lot of costs that people don't understand. You got to know what you're doing. You can't just, oh well, I'm gonna hook these lithium batteries up. Yeah, I got 30,000 watts. I'm just gonna put it on there. Yeah, it's good. Got to keep all your wires away from any kind of lithium because it. I don't know if you ever heard, but I had the lithium 80 from Limitus, and it smoked because of that was a bad error because I decided to charge it on a stock car with a lithium battery. Big no. Yeah, big no. That was like I said, that was the first time that I was learning how to do anything with lithium. Now we use a regular Limitus charger. I think it's in my deck run. But we don't use, and it just clamps right on, just like a regular car charger.
I've got
It might be packed. Yeah, it might be in here. But we use just a regular 30 amp hour lithium charger. Works really, really good. And they charge in no time. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for them. You usually want lithium around 15.5, 15.6. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy 16 volts unless you're really running some crazy power for 16 volts. Like I've been told by guys, me, why don't you just run 320Ks. I probably could have ran 320Ks, but the 6Ks were so much easier, and they're going to give about the same amount of power.
Yeah, well,
I
the
just think
thing
it's
with,
kind of cooler to see 6 amps in a car than see 3 amps in a car. I mean, I can open the door and say, "Damn, we got 6 amps. What are you pushing? Like 818s?" They're gonna say, "Yeah, 618, 45 Rs." Really? Now, I was told by Ivan today that the 4518Rs will be a pre-ordered item only. It will be the 3.5, the 4.5s. They're going to not stock them. They're going to make them, but they're going to make them paid as, because he said, Vladdy said that they're more expensive than what they should be. I mean, you're talking about $14.99 sub. I mean, no offense, but not everybody out there is going to say, "Well, man, I want that sub in my car. It beats." But like Vladimir was just making a good point a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Well, not everybody's going to want that sub. Like you got the Super Sports, and they're 209."
Want one, I might want one, but then at the same time, something like the truck build, which is budget, if you didn't count the deck,
and
the wire, if you don't count basically the shell of the truck, so all the deadener and the welded windows and time like that.
The welded windows. I like the way you said that. The welded windows. That means nobody's gonna break those windows.
The extra cab.
Do you drive that every day? Do you drive that every day?
Yes and no. It basically is the daily driver.
So what part of California you live in? Because I got a buddy that lives in Sacramento.
Okay, they're an hour and a half away.
Yeah, Brian Ewing, I think his name is. Great guy, but he just does not like. He hates on Death Bounce. I like him, but man, he just loves Sundown over. He loves Sundown over the other, right?
The demo truck, or my truck, wouldn't be a good one to show people because the truck's tuned down so low. It plays 16. Well, it plays from 9 hertz to 29 hertz.
Well, that's crazy, bro. That's like tone really, really low. Like most people have theirs at like 20 hertz, or they can play 20, 19, 18. Do they?
Hey man, I'm friends with Hayden Price, bro.
I know who Hayden Price is. Hey, I know who it is, and trust me,
you got 18 hertz is no more. I'm gonna release the big news on people.
If you can't play 18 hertz, like I know a lot of companies, it was funny because like DC Audio guy was breaking his subs in yesterday, and I said, "What are you doing, man? Just send that shit, bro." And he said, "No, I'll blow my subs." And I said, "That bounce just don't even fucking break their shit in." Ask Ivan. Ivan never broke his subs in. He originally just sent that shit at 176 or 180. He didn't care.
Yeah, well, Ivan told me with that Sport V2, he goes, play it at 20 hertz, because he knew already that I was bound to play in the dirt. I'd already shown him what I was doing with the Memphis HPO, and he's like, "What is that?" And I told him, and he's like, "And what frequency are you playing?" And I told him, and he's like, "All right." And you could tell in his head he's thinking, all right, this fool's not going to listen to me, so I might as well. Okay, breaking in at 20 hertz.
I hate people like that, dude. They just don't like. They'll text you and they'll ask you questions, and I mean that's what we're here for, to help people out. But the same question over and over, and you're like, dude, you just answered me. You just told me that 20 minutes ago. Like one guy, like for instance, "Oh yeah, man, hey, I'm gonna buy this 20K amp, but I only got the stock alternator. What kind of power you think it to do?"
No.
And I'm like, and I tell people, don't do it.
Oh, get an
Don't
alternator first. If you're
don't
gonna go
touch
that big, get an alternator first.
don't touch the 20K. Don't touch an 8K until you have a decent alternator. Now, like when you got a decent alternator, then yeah, go for it, bro. I mean, more power to you. That 20K will put out some power, but you better have a good
Yeah, you better have a
beast
generator in the back.
You better have good batteries in the back, and you better have like
Man,
I
just
feel,
run it to the generator, bro.
yeah, there you go, right to the generator. I see a lot of these guys, and like I said, I'm not hating on C-Max. Everybody has their opinion to run what they want, but C-Max, I see a lot of people not building them right, falling apart, blowing up, and that's risky to me. Like, the first thing you're thinking is like, do I want to really put that in my car? Do I want to really mess with the lithium? That's what's getting a lot of people worried about lithium is because, oh yeah, they see them blowing up and they see them all this other shit, and the truth is, there's only one way for them to blow up: overcharging them. And people are taking those C-Max batteries and running them to 16A or 17 volts. They're not made for that. They're not. Vladimir did a test not too long ago on some LTOs in the Yellow Banks. Is there anybody on there yet? I don't see any of the comments.
Oh, we had a couple, but the last two comments were about from
Fish.
Sunfish for fish and fishing.
You would think that people, hey, yeah, Jason's on here, right? We're gonna come in here and talk to him.
I almost think that it's kind of funny because it almost feels like I've been blackballed. But what's sad is, okay, yeah, sure, blackball me, but I know that my boys are backing me up, and
Oh, definitely, bro. Like we always got your back. Like when you first started and you said you were gonna start a YouTube channel, and I was like, really? I said, and I said, so I have my own YouTube channel, but I don't really get on it a whole lot. Like, not a ton of time to do it. But it's awesome because you're getting your name out there. I mean, for a while, I remember you starting off with Death Bounce. You were like, man, I'm gonna make the team. I'm gonna build these badass doors, and you did. And that's the thing. That's the thing I'm waiting on right now is my doors. That Russian guy is gonna build my doors for like $1,700 or something like that.
Dude, I can't wait for the new doors for Project X. I think everybody where I live in California, it's bad enough nobody really knows Death Fonts.
I'm really surprised because California is a big state, and you would be surprised that because like Adam Duke used to go out there a lot, and he had a big Death Bounce build, but he didn't have Death Bounce amps. But he was still on the team. I don't understand how that worked, but a lot of people. There's a couple people in California that I know that run Death Bounce, and you're one of the major ones right now that are showing in your channel and stuff like that. Like I heard you ask Jonathan Price something, and you said, "Man, do you get a lot of people that hate on you?" And he's right. He does get a lot of people that hates on him just for the fact of who his name is. And building what he's building now, what Ivan's building, you think his hate was bad then? Everybody's gonna hate on him, but they're gonna also like him.
Dude,
I've always thought that dude was very.
This new build, bro.
It's insane. I know. I've been watching. Ivan's been sending me pictures, videos. Ivan sent me a video today of. I told him. I said, well, I don't agree with JP's subs, but I understand why he's got to run sundown. I get that part. I told you. He even said it. Ivan said the same thing. Ivan said he should have ran Death Bounce.
Yeah.
Ivan built Pinky Coleman too. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. The pink one, not the green one he just built, not the Jeep, but he's got a pink one that they got like what is it, 12, 15. I think they had 12, 15 SSA 4s in it. I think they sold them, and they were waiting on the 45 Rs, and they didn't come in on time, and the guy won it. So he's going to 12 of the Avatar SBLs, I think it is. The Avatars are a great sub, but they sell out so fast. Any of them. The ARU. I mean, when you got guys that are buying big old pallets of those little subs, and you're thinking, well, man, I'm not getting those subs today because Jonathan Price already took them all, and Big Jeff took half of the other one. So, man, I'm kind of
there's a few other people that I know that the only reason why I even got a pair is because I don't think people knew that he had him, and that was those two, the last two I found out of the Super Sports.
Yeah.
And after watching Victor and Artem over there in Rostov
I know who Artem is too. Yep.
Put 18,000 watts to one Super Sport 15. That's a 1,300 watt rated subwoofer.
Oh, shit, dude, that's crazy.
That's 37 hertz in a 4 cubic foot box. That's why I was like, bro, you've got an 8.5 cubic foot space for these two 15s. Plus, that whole back section is almost 13 cubes. I was going to stand them up like this, firing together with the port in the center, and have the wall there, but have the other wall to where it makes the port like this and the subs are down here firing this way.
I like the folding port and the 6.5 order because now a lot of people, there was a guy on there last week, matter of fact, and he said, oh, don't support the 6.5 order. Why not? Daniel uses it. It's a very good design. But a lot of other people use it. Jonathan Price's is probably a 6.5 or a 6.8 order. I don't know exactly. I had to ask Ivan on that one. But they seem to get very, very windy, and they seem to be very, very loud on top of that. Like, there's no doubt that Price is going to set records. He don't need to go on the meter, though, because I'll tell you why. He's got enough mids and highs to probably be just as loud as me, if not louder. He's got now remember, he's got the barn doors. I don't have the barn doors. I have to do a stunt wall or whatever. But remind you, I've been building that thing. I mean, of course it's gonna be loud. I mean, when has Ivan not built anything loud? I mean, that's the whole key, because Ivan has always built something very loud that I know of.
Somebody's mowing at 9:30 over there by Ashley.
What the freak? I said
he's a fuck mows at 9:30 at night. So
you'd be surprised. All the dopers do. We have some of the dopers in the weather.
My favorite was I was showing Nikolai some shit over there in Russia, one of my buddies.
Yeah.
And I'm all, look at these tweakers. Or no, I was playing a song and it had helicopter sirens and shit. And I said, my tweaker neighbors gotta love this shit. As I'm playing this, and he was out looking around like, what the fuck's going on from the old system? And I'm all, yeah, look at these tweakers. And Nick's all, you can't call them that, bro. You got to call them Mexican Americans.
Oh, man, we got so many tweakers in Missouri, dude. It's crazy. Like, I love how people always tell me, like, on Facebook, oh, man, hey, do you smoke meth? No, dude, I go out and work for a living. I don't do fucking drugs. Dude,
I couldn't do fucking meth. You'd see my ass looking more like a heroin junkie due to the ADD.
Yeah, no, people are always like that, dude, and there's always, what I figured out a long time ago? I figured out people going to talk, they're going to talk. Just let them talk and show that you're better than them. because
Yep.
I
Well,
don't claim to be better. I don't claim to be better than anybody out there. I don't claim just because I got 6 8Ks that don't make me rich. Because believe it or not, I'm doing payments on my amps, but I'm getting them at a good price. But
yeah.
like I was
Well,
gonna deal with big. I was dealing with Big Jeff for a while, and he's too much for me, man. It's gonna. He don't answer the phone. He don't. Is people don't respond back to you, and to me, that's a bad thing of business. First thing is you're gonna be like, well, I'm giving this guy money. Where's my stuff at? So I decided to just stay with Robert or Jonathan Price because I can get it at locally. It
yeah.
seems like Big Jeff is just like you text him over and over, and it's like I was talking to a guy, and he told me that the reason he quit Big Jeff is because he said he's very rude to customers. He don't really answer them. I mean, if you're gonna buy something, man, somebody you gotta get somebody to talk to you or something.
He's been decent to me.
He's decent. He's good. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, he's decent. But can you get in and answer the phone sometimes? No.
But then, even there's one shop that I've had no success with, and I'm kind of glad I don't deal with them anymore because after seeing some of the builds they've done, I'm really, really happy I don't talk to them. I really wish I would have had my truck up running when Steve Mead needed the help because that would have been badass.
Right.
Because I know for a fact I would learn new things that I don't even know.
Now, Steve Mead, that's another one that a lot of people don't look at very well because Steve Mead, they think Steve Mead has how do I say this? Like they don't want to talk to him, or he don't like to talk to people. Here's another one. Now, I have nothing against those people, but again, you are running a business, so that means that you should actually talk to your customers.
Yeah, but if you've got 2 million people
right
running around, I mean, bro.
No, that's agreed. Like Bruce now,
oh my God, Kenny, that is great.
EXO always told me a base head is a base head, and that is why we're base heads. We can talk.
Oh yeah, I honestly think that if somehow EXO watched one of these full episodes and saw the questions and everything that I'm ready to ask you, dude, I think he'd even come up, and maybe it'll be the special guest star that I've been talking to, and I'm not going to produce his number until I mean, he's going to be.
We still got your cooler cups, by the way. Even though the last one got lost and had to get sent back, but we still got them. We love them.
Well, my favorite is number 8 or 9. Hopefully, is gonna be somebody that I've really looked up to here in the U.S.
Who's that?
That's the surprise.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. You're doing good, bro. I like how you bring surprise guests on there. What would be good is if you could get Vladdy on there, but you know how hard that is.
Yeah.
Ivan.
But then here's the problem with that. I've asked even people overseas, and they're like, well, I want to get on here, but my English isn't the greatest. And it's like, girl, trust me, we're
We got
hillbillies.
people that can't spell. We got people that can't talk. But you know what? I think I think Ivan would be a great Insta buyer to come on here. Not only is he a hell of a builder, but he knows so much about depth balance. Like that guy
Yeah.
can tell you everything and anything out there.
See, and that's what's cool because we've
Another guy
got
that I've been teaching a lot to is my new captain of Base 101, which is Jason Wilson. He doesn't know quite a lot about depth balance, so I got to teach him a little bit. He's got he's got 6 ARU avatars right now, and he wants to go to 8Ks. And I said, that's a nice build, bro. I said, all you really need to do is just go to a 6th order. He's got a Yukon, and I told him, I said, really, all you need to do is just go to a 6th order and get the right amp and get the right impedance, and you're good. Because, like I told him, he's like, first you wanted 45, you wanted 845/18s, and I said, you know how much those are, right? I said, even on a discount, they're still a good $1,000, $1,200, I think. I want to say there might be a little bit less, but if you get on a team, you might be able to get them for $900 or $800. But they're still a good chunk of money. You're talking eight of those subs. You're gonna need eight 8Ks.
yeah, well,
There's no way you could push them like that. Like one guy was like, well, I'll run mine at 0.35. Yeah, but when you run 0.35, remember one thing, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this. So if you're running at 0.35 or 0.25 or 0.33, you are risking for your amp to catch on fire and repair every other week. I feel more safer if it ran at 0.7. Another guy that would be really interesting to get on here would be Eric Bebo, I think his name is. He has 6 RS teams on 3 Crescendo 17Ks. Has an amazing build. I don't know if you follow him, but if you don't, man, you're missing a lot of things. He's on my Base 101 page. But
I want to get Webb in here too and talk to him about the one thing, because what people don't know is Webster and I both have one, even though I know that's not his real name. But Webster and I both have one thing.
I know who you're talking about.
We both have one thing in common that we love, and that is small ass cars. Yeah, you boys in your big ass Suburbans. Okay.
Webster. Yep, I know who you're talking about now. I had to think of who you were talking about. Now I know who it is. Yeah, Webster.
Throw a system in a smart car. Throw a system in a Prius. And when I see ads like that on the Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, it's like, what kind of system would you dump in here? And it's like, bro, I'd put a 4518 in there on 10K.
Oh, easily. So, like, when people seen my truck, you should have heard what they said. The first time when I built the flat wall, they were like, "Is that all you got? 418s?" And they'd hear it at the gas station, and people would be like coming outside just to get demos, and I'm like, "It ain't that loud, bro." I said, "The guy that built it." Now, don't get me wrong. The guy that built it, he's okay. He's fair. But he's not Daniel Powell, and he's not Ivan. Now, if that would have went to Ivan, 418s, that thing probably would have did a 63 or 64 easily and broken windshields all the time. But like Ivan said, Ampery and depth bounce are not the same. And they're not,
No.
Good subs. They're good subs, but their surrounds, they suck. They fall apart so easy. I mean, I don't know about the new ones. I haven't really played with them yet, but I know a lot of people I know run depth bounce 35s, 3015s, and they have no problem with the surrounds at all. They do have problem getting recons because there ain't none. And the reason there ain't none is because there ain't no parts. So it's going to be kind of hard to get a recone if you ain't got no parts. I mean, really, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let
That's
you answer your
fine.
question. I'm gonna let you answer your questions, and then I'm gonna go cook my old lady food.
Okay, brother. Hell, I was looking up a picture real quick to show you something just from playing around at the house.
Right.
And why I don't really think some of the neighbors mind my system.
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason why I say it's not a
You know,
uh,
there's a lot of different base heads out
well,
there, and they all have different uh stores of brand. Like one might like Sundown, other one might like Death Bounce, other one might like Kicker, but the other guy might say, "Oh, well, I want to hit low and I want a demo vehicle." Okay, well, then somebody might suggest Sundown. You know, I'm not going to hate on Sundown. Do I like Sundown? No, because I don't like the way they look. I never really like Sundown. They're loud, but they're not potentiable what they're supposed to be. Like, I'll take a 4518R over any one of those subs because the fact is if you've seen one of these things in person, and the first thing you think is like, dude, that's a big sub. It's a monster. It's like a it's like 106. I think it's like 160 or 150 pound magnet on that thing. It's huge. I mean, like Leo has the SSA4s, I think it is. He reconed them one time, and see, he had a problem. See, he had that same problem. Death Bounce didn't have no recones, so he had to go to Direct Electronics to get them done, and they got his recones for him. That's the biggest issue I see with Death Bounce right now is recones.
yeah,
Recones and not keeping product in stock. Like they got amps,
well,
they got mids, they got all the other stuff in stock. They don't have RCAs because people buy them left and right. They don't
you
have.
got them all. What are you talking about?
I knew you were gonna say that. You got them all. Yeah, I bought quite a bit of them. I bought all of them from Robert Jordan. I bought like 10 pairs of them, I think. And
See,
I only got 6 now, I think.
I'm running. What's cool about the truck? Damn it! What's cool about the truck is I'm doing the basically like a shop
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing where you'd see like your basic shops where it's multiple brands in one store. If they all came together and kind of built a truck for the shop, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's a budget build because you've got. Uh, I didn't include the excess power batteries, and I didn't include the budget base head wire cables, which is excess flex cable, anyways.
The best
On
cable that I have played with out there, and people are gonna be like, "Well, that's not the best," but it's the cheapest if you're gonna run a lot of runs. Is OFC 2-out wire. Now you could buy it from Jonathan Price, probably for $200 or $300. I don't know exactly what his cost is on them, but um, he has some really good wire, and there's other ones like Full Tilt, Sky High.
yeah,
Like I said,
Sky
I'm
High.
not gonna take anything away from Sky High, but their 2-aught is not real copper.
Well, they're one of the companies they sell. Uh, the brand, their cable is good
Mm-hmm.
for 8 gauge. And they had what was cool is the only reason why I really went to them, if truth be told, is because they had the green and black.
I
In
know that's
eight
the hardest thing is getting right now from Death Bounce is green and black. Green especially. Not so much black, but green is like the hardest thing to get from Death Bounce. Like
and for me, it was the black cable until a couple days ago when I ordered the spool of 50-foot.
they got green in now, but Big Jeff.
They got black in right now. They've been out for the longest time, and the last time I looked, all they had was green. And then
Was that
somebody
one odd or
bought all the
was that
green
one odd or 8 gauge?
hot gauge.
Oh yeah, they're always out of that shit, bro. The best thing to do is to buy like 6 spools of it or 8
Well,
because
I'm
it
hoping
goes
they
so
don't.
fast. The team, you know what it is? It's the team people. They take it because they get a good price on it.
Yeah, well,
So
I
it probably
paid.
prices at like one. I think it's $199 on the page, and I'm guessing that the team price is probably like $100 or something or less.
It's
I'm guessing it's a little
out
less.
the door. The hot gauge 50-foot spool is $354.90.
Damn, did it go up?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
yeah.
I paid that in welding cable was like $2 a foot.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I said, not everybody can afford that expensive depth bounce wire like Ryan or any of them other guys out there.
Well, the only reason why I did it is because I told not only Ivan and Vlad and everybody, but I basically told all of Alfred that car is gonna Project X is gonna be completely Alfred Group.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else's stuff's gonna be in it.
Well, it's already halfway. It's halfway
the
there.
Pioneer.
That's where mine's at right now. It's all Alfred. Everything is depth bounce. Like,
And I said the only problem we're gonna have is I went with the power source and choice that Ivan went with. I went with the LTO excess
but those
power.
are the same. I think those are the same. I want to say those are the same batteries as like Depth Bounce makes. I don't know if that. No, they make the yellow ones. That's right.
Yeah, and those yellow ones, I just can't. Fuck, dude, for the 300 amp bank, I think it's like $700 or something like that.
Yeah, it's not cheap. I know that.
And I wanted to do, if I was gonna do it, I was gonna drop, some serious cash on it before a lot of this started, and I wanted to buy 4 banks for the little car.
I think a lot of people are worried about is the
Which would
war
be
in Russia.
16 yellow tops, bro.
Oh shit, dude, that's crazy.
Dude,
That's
I wanted
crazy.
a power bank of the 700s, but I priced it out, and I'm like, bro, for the output.
Ivan selling his. I think Ivan was selling his banks and the bars. And must he still keeping Russian Wind? I mean, last time I seen it was up for sale.
Yeah, well, he rebuilt one.
Oh, he rebuilt Russian Wind.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that one yet. I seen him.
Beautiful new truck, bro. Beautiful.
I know he rebuilt it. He painted it.
New
and
paint job and everything.
Yeah, Ivan does a very good job, man. And there's no doubt about it. I met Ivan down at Slam a couple years ago. He tried to get me to tap out of his Russian Wind. It didn't quite happen. He claims it did, but it didn't quite happen.
I think this hillbilly would take it.
Oh man, dude, it's so brutal. Like it feels like
at least on the low end. On the low end, I think I could take it. On the upper end of that system, I don't know if I could handle it.
Yeah, the upper end is what really.
What on, Brian?
People don't really understand me. Is where it really hurts is in the upper end, not the low so much. Like if you could take 20 hertz all day long, bro, then you're good. But if you can't take like 60, there ain't nobody could take 60 or 80 hertz. I don't care who you are.
I don't see 60
perfect.
or
Carlos is a perfect example. Carlos has a van, and his high score is like 184.3 or something like that. But oh my god, dude, at 84 hertz, I would not sit in that thing.
Hell no.
I'd die.
Hell no. And see, that's where I love Hayden, because Hayden and I are kind of cut from the same cloth. I just didn't realize it as much. But, dude, you feed me 16 hertz, at 180 dBs, I'm game to try and take it.
But if
But
you feed
want to
me,
feed
if
me,
you feed me 80 hertz at 180 something decibels, I'm
yes,
out.
hell no, I'm out before it even starts up. As soon as that engine starts up and that
That's a
wine
freight
starts
vehicle, dude.
up,
Like I was talking to a guy, I think it was last week, and he said, Jason, they're trying to get you to get in Carlos's van. I said, nope, I'm not getting in that thing. I said, I'll get in anything with 20 hertz, but I'm not sitting in anything with no 70. That thing does 70 to 80 hertz. I ain't even gonna sit near it. I'll be like, yep, I'm passing. You can call me whatever you want, bro, but I'm not sitting in that thing.
yeah, no.
Like I sat in Powell's Warhog. It had 16 18s or something, or 12 18s or something like that. But dude, it hurt your chest so bad, dude. Now these were in the low 20s now. These were not in the low 60s and 80s. Then he decided, well, I'm gonna turn it up, give him some 45 hertz. Oh man, my chest hurt, dude. I was done, dude. I was ready to tap out, but I was like, man, I'm taking it, and I'm like, he didn't really kill me like too much.
See, EXO and I got the same problem. We little guys.
Yeah,
So
you're a little guy like
when you
him.
hit us with high frequency, dude, that hurts our bones no matter what.
You ever
And
heard of the? You remember the truck they called the Cube? It was the 34 kickers or whatever. Now that thing, man, that thing hurt. Travis Young built it, I think. Back then it was all Kicker. It was sponsored by Kicker. That thing hurt so bad, dude. They had a slam, and they had people just sitting in there, and it was like, man, you guys are nuts. This thing's a beast, dude. This thing's like doing 50 and 80 hertz, and I'm like, I'm not sitting in that thing at full tilt. There ain't no way.
shit. So you ready for the questions?
Ready for your questions? Go on, brother.
All right. And Brian Bisock?
Not off a hand.
Okay. Well, he's in here. He said, "What's up, everybody?"
Tell him what's up.
And then first questions: what music got you into bass?
What music got me into bass? See, I listen to a variety of music, but I'd have to say rap because I'm from St. Louis, bro. Because that's all we listen to down here is basically rap and with a little bit of metal. But man, I'm like one of them people, man. Like for instance, I do a lot of rebase music, and I mess with anything from 20 hertz to 19 hertz to 8 hertz. Just depends on the subs. It depends on what you're gonna what's your preference out there. Like some people might like just rock and roll. I mean, screaming rock and roll. I like it all, man. I like country, rap, rock. Um, that's how I am, though.
What got you into car audio?
What got me into car audio? Now you're gonna really laugh at this one. So I was in shop class one day, and they said, Jason, we want you to build a speaker box. And I said, well, I don't know how to build a speaker box. I told him straight up, I don't know how. So he gave me all these tools, and like, oh, cool. So first box I ever built was two 8-inch Rockford 8s on a little Pioneer 200.4. And then I started getting into, I mean, I guess you could say people that got me into car audio would be like Alan Hall, Gary Killian, everybody knows them guys. Craig Butler.
Yep.
My insta buyer of car audio has always been Jonathan Price, though, because of what he can do for the business, what he does, what he brings to the table. Between him and EXO, I would say, because people always ask me, what brought you into car audio? Alan Hall brought me into car audio because Alan was just a little guy like me at the time, and he was only running 215s, and I was running 415s. So, I mean, I guess I went from small to big. I mean, you see that every day in my builds. You're gonna see a lot different in this build than you've seen 3 years ago in 2018, you've seen 418s. You're gonna see 3 massive 618s, and if it ain't gonna be 6, it could be more. I don't know. If we can get our hands on 2 more of them, we'll have 818s. But right now, with the way it is, it's 618s.
Cool. Thanks, Brian. He said he's all over the place and he's out here supporting YouTubers. So
That's what's up. Tell him that's what's up. Tell him, the more people that get supported, I think, the little guys like us, we're not big people. Well, I mean, I'm sort of big, I guess you could say, because of my name. but you know what I'm saying? I think it's awesome that somebody's bringing a YouTube channel about bass and bringing special guests on there. That is straight up like probably one of the best thing I've ever seen in car audio, because a lot of people out there say, "Oh, I don't have time to talk to you, bro. Oh, I'm busy or whatever." A lot of people that you might not know in car audio. I know a couple of them, like Steve Duncan, great dude. David Moore, PSI, another great guy.
I'd like to have PSI up here on multiple stops, because the thing about this Q&A is, we're doing the bass head part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got shop owner and brand Q&A.
I think it would be awesome to have more guests and have them, 4 of them at least, at a time. I mean, I know people are very busy on Sundays and stuff like that. They got family and stuff like that, kids. But I think it would be a very open thing to talk about what bass is and what we do. People always think well, hey man, what is bass? I mean, is it just going around banging on some shit and it's being loud? No, it's more about it. It's a hobby. Anybody that does bass will know
it starts, even like Brian said. He's I got a Chrysler 300C with the stock radio besides the 10-inch subwoofer.
Yeah, see now that I can void on that one. I had a stock head unit at once. I remember those days. You had a stock head unit and you just put it on there on a regular radio, and you're like, man, I got to find some amp to put this on. What really got me big into car audio is I was rolling around back in the early '90s, and I come across this Chevy Cavalier. It's kind of a funny story. It has tinted windows, and I had to have it because you know what? I don't remember how much it was. I think it was $8,000 or something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, when I get it, all right, this thing's dope, man. It's a bad ride. Something missing in here. I got the stock radio. So then I go down to this local shop called Sound Ideas. They're like big in the 18s. They're the only ones that have 18s or 15s. So I go down there. This is before Custom Sounds or any of them big shops were around. So I go down there and he goes, well, I got these 4 sound streams that I'll give you for under $1,000. I'm like, cool. And he said, well, let's build a wall in it. I'm like, okay, what we building? He said, how about a 415 back wall or whatever. It was called a back wall back then. It wasn't called a flat wall. It was a back wall. So he goes, hey man, I'll build this for you for $1,000. And I'm like, gosh, okay, I'll just drop it off. And I got it. And I was really surprised how loud it was, dude. It was like a 55 or whatever back then. And I remember this is back in the 90s. It wasn't back like now our days. Like now, people want 60s and up. People used to, because it's funny because I was just rebasing a couple days ago, and I seen this bass song. It was called "I Got 160s." Nobody wants 160s no more. They want 160s plus. Nobody the people that are talking about this 160, they're gonna be like, well, I want a 63 or so. I want a 64, bro. I mean, that's what I want. I mean,
see, and I can remember still wanting the 150s.
Right,
150.
Have you got that 150 yet?
I have, but not on the meter yet. But what I did laugh at is I think I've got probably one of the loudest 10 hertz fucking hits
See, we're gonna discuss that one in a minute. The meter.
For the meter, I was hitting 110 or 121 dB at 10 hertz
10 hertz is pretty low, bro.
on
That's like a
1500
helicopter.
on 1500 watts.
Oh shit, that's crazy. So I'm sure a lot of people want to know this question, and I'm sure you want to know this question. So I'm going to ask this question for you. A lot of people have been asking me if I'm building for SPL or I'm building for demoing. So
it's going to happen. That's question. Let's see, what is it?
what question
7.
you on?
We're on number 3, which is how long you've been into car audio.
Oh man, forever basically, bro. I've been doing local shows since the mid '90s, since 2008, since 2018 and stuff like that. I started off with a car club called Broken Silence, which was Alan Hall and a bunch of other people. Well, we were running, I think it was RE subs. I believe it was RE subs. Yeah, it was 2 RE MTs on a Colossus amplifier. A Colossus.
Hey now, those used to be really good amplifiers.
Heck yeah, dude, they used to be. It was really funny how they got their name because it's like, they got one called the Goliath. They got one called something else. I forgot what it is.
All Maxwell. What's
that one. They got the
Maxi Sonic is the brand, but
Maxi
own that whole like Greek gods amplifiers, like the Zeus.
I haven't heard too much. I haven't heard too much about Hyphonics lately. Now, a big inspiration to me in car audio was Atomic. I ran Atomic and California Profile amps actually, which were produced in California back then. There was a shop in St. Louis. They sold. I've always been like a big 18 guy. People always asking me, how come you don't go with 15s or 12s, bro? The 18s, I love the lows and I love the highs. I think that's the reason why I like the 18s. Because the 18s can give you that brutal pain chest removal. And the 15s are loud. Don't get me wrong, they're loud, they're brutal, and they can play low. But the 18s give something that the 15s don't give.
See, and I always have liked, I think it's funny that you say that you like the 18 because my two favorite subs have always been 15s. And then when I started dinking around because my buddy was all, man, I need some space in a trunk. I've got a kid and it's like, all right. And then when it happened, I was like, dude, I want some beat. I need some speakers that are not going to take up a whole trunk in a Buick, the stroller and all that stuff. So it's like, damn it. Well, I'm glad I started messing with 10s because you sure ain't getting no 15 packed in there and having a trunk for a diaper bag and a stroller and everything else.
Right, you ain't going to put that in there. So I had a, SSS Monte Carlo, and we only had room to put 2 18s or 2 15s in. The guy had to argue with me for like freaking 4 or 5 hours, and I'm like, I don't want those. You're gonna give me those? That's what I want. And he goes, no, they're not gonna fit. And I was like, I'll make them fit. I'll make them fit. Hold on, Jeff. Okay.
All right.
Call my dad and tell him I'm on fire. Okay, Jeff. All right. Next question.
So what was your first system?
First what?
System.
First system. Oh my gosh. Let's I believe it was some REMTs on a California Profile.
Okay. Do you think from day one, you think you'd be where you are now back then?
Man, that's a good question. I have got that. Somebody asked me that just last week. Somebody said, "Well, you think you'd be?" I think I would be. I think I'd like to change a lot of things, like the whole Dan crap and all that other stuff. But other than that, there's been no really drama with me and Dan since that incident. So it's been good. It's been quiet.
Yeah. So, what part of car audio is your favorite?
What part of car audio is my
Meter, demo, install, running down the street.
I would have to say demoing, because when you see somebody's face and you give them a demo and they say, "Holy cow, dude, that's so freaking loud, dude. That what's in there? 12 18s?" And you're like, "No, only two 18s, bro." And you're thinking like, "Wow, that's a lot."
Yeah. So, would you go bigger or would you go new ride?
Well,
And in your case, we're going bigger.
in my case, it is probably bigger, because a new ride. I just bought an '07 Yukon, not too long ago. It's going to be mainly to haul the red one, because the red one is going to be a little bit more heavier than what we were thinking. I'm not exactly sure on the pounds yet, but when Daniel builds it, it definitely is going to be heavier and more destructive.
Yeah. So, what are the peak frequencies of the enclosure? And since
That right there.
it hasn't been built yet, but
We can give you a hint. We can give you a little hint. It's going to do anywhere from 14 hertz to 13 hertz, all the way up to 60 hertz.
okay.
It's a nasty sixth order. Like, I'll just tell people this right now. It's not your normal sixth order. It's a folding port sixth order, because we wanted it to be demo friendly, not SPL. It's going to be made for SPL. Don't get me wrong. It'll go on the meter. It'll go on Base Wars. But as far as like shows like Midwest SPL, nah, I don't feel that I have to put it on the meter.
Okay. And number 9 is, what's your favorite frequency?
My favorite frequency will have to be in the mid 20s, because anybody knows that you play in the mid 20s, you're going to choke somebody out and tap them out, because, I didn't really get to play in the mid 20s because of the flat wall was tuned at 35
Okay.
to 60 something, or 52. I don't remember. But that one definitely was not a daily driver. It was a daily driver, but it wasn't made to do daily demos at 20 hertz.
Yeah. And the last question of the show is, did you enjoy yourself on the show?
Awesome show, bro. I hope you do more of them just like it. And we'll try to get as many guests as we can. Sorry to cut this short, but I gotta go cook for my old lady.
Yeah. Hey, and like I said, well, for one, tell her I said hi.
I will.
And then for 2, you guys have a great night.
You too, Jeff. You got anything? You know where I'm at on Facebook. Okay, bro.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
And then we can always do more episodes.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I'd rather do them on Friday or Sunday, anyways.
Okay. Well, I can say this too. Where I got the idea of how to do the more episodes with the same special guest over and over is the same way the Neo Ho's been numbered. To where we can do 6.0, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, and so forth. All the way up to double up before we even have to start a new number.
Sounds good, buddy.
So I'll see you later, brother.
All right. Much love, buddy.
Yep. Peace. And that was our special guest, Jason Declue. And his channel is in the link. I will post it up here real quick. There we go. And like I said, Jason was our special guest. Thank you for coming up. Everybody, thank you for coming in. And this was episode, it says 7 on here, and we'll keep it that way, but tomorrow night should be episode 6 with Audio Life. So I'll see y'all later. In the famous words of Bass Junkie 2020, late. And peace, y'all. We out.